Hey there, this is Teacher Ola Podcast, episode 137, Keystone Habit to improve your English. My name's Ola and I'm an English teacher. My goal is to help you start speaking English with confidence and get rid of speaking barriers. I believe it's achievable for you and it's time you started speaking English fearlessly. Go to my website for full transcripts and worksheets to each episode. Happy learning! Hello there! Thank you for pressing play and tuning in. You're in the right place. I don't believe in coincidence, so I'm glad you're here with me today. If you want to achieve your goal in terms of languages, you have to build several habits that will help you get there. Keystone Habits. What are they? Keystone Habits are the routines and practices by which you operate. Rules which govern your behavior. Those habits take care of other smaller habits. If you master keystone habits first, they will ease learning other habits. They influence your life immensely. Going to bed at 10 p.m. is such a keystone habit for me. Without that one habit, it would be extremely tough for me to wake up early in the morning, do yoga, journal, meditate, do some extra work before classes start. Keystone habits have a ripple effect across everything you do in life and business. Today, we're going to be talking about one keystone habit that will influence your learning process immensely. I do hope I can help you here. If you feel like you'd like to support my work, please tell somebody about the Teacher Ola podcast and share this episode somewhere on your social media platforms if possible. You can also subscribe if you haven't yet. Rate Teacher Ola podcast in Spotify or iTunes. Become a member of Top People. Receive worksheets right to your inbox. Go to teacherola.com/newsletter. Go to teacherola.com and visit my shop. Check out Worksheet Sets. They include Speaking English Planner. Worksheet Sets allow you to have 30 worksheets in one place with links and answer keys. You can edit the document using your smartphone. Okay? But now, right to the episode. What is the keystone habit you need to develop in order to grow your other skills fast? It's associated with taking breaks from learning English. So my tip is get back as fast as possible. Don't let that break extend. Sometimes it's necessary, it's obvious, life happens, we get sick, outside world impacts us, but recompose yourself after such an earthquake, if you will, and go back on track the nearest possible occasion. I believe this applies to any habit you're honing on. If you allow yourself to be lazy for too long, it'll be hard, so hard to get back. First of all, control the break. Don't let it fall between the cracks. How to do it? Well, one practical tip I've been using is a habit tracker. As simple as that. I monitor my exercises and violin practice. So every day I put a tick on my habit tracker, and what it does, it makes me see with bare eye, because it's right there, staring me in the face, that the gap between the ticks has appeared. And just seeing it, noticing it is sort of painful. It gives you that pang of regret and disappointment. I might even argue that without my habit tracker, if I didn't see it, this white gap, I wouldn't notice I skipped the day. The moment you notice that your chain of ticks was broken is your first achievement. It's truly a lot. Being aware of what's happening. You know how we all just sleepwalk through our days. We're constantly tired, busy, life's hectic. Hence, making such a mental note is actually impressive. But now, to make this victory full, you have to do your job, perform that habit. In this case, do your English and put that tick back there. Get back to your habit as quickly as possible. Don't let that one day miss get prolonged to a week gap because it'll get so much harder to get back. And of course, the progress is impacted. Maintaining sustainable progress is untenable if you go on and off. Your habit tracker will not help you much if you don't see it. I keep it near my bed, so it's on my bookshelf. I see it every night I go to bed. I cannot physically avoid seeing it. So I created my own space to serve me, to assist me in keeping my habits going. Environment plays a crucial part, in my case at least. Try placing your habit tracker in a relevant place. In your case, it might be someplace else, maybe a bathroom mirror or a fridge. Summing it all up, if you let your English learning slide, like we all do, get back on track as quickly as possible. Have your habit tracker near you. Don't let yourself miss 2 days in a row. If you miss 1 day and break the chain of ticks, fix it the next day. At least that works in my case. If I let 1 day slide, I need to get back the next day. If the break becomes longer than 1 day, it usually gets even longer. I mean, a week, for instance. And that, my dear listener, poses a danger of not achieving your goal, not building that habit. Maximize your chances by keeping your breaks rare and very short. Now let me give you 10 sentences to repeat out loud. Here they come. If you want to achieve your goal in terms of languages, you have to build several habits that will help you get there. If you want to achieve your goal in terms of languages, you have to build several habits that will help you get there. If you master Keystone Habits first, they will ease learning other habits. If you master Keystone Habits first, they will ease learning other habits. Keystone habits have a ripple effect across everything you do in life and business. Keystone habits have a ripple effect across everything you do in life and business. I believe this applies to any habit you're honing on. I believe this applies to any habit you're honing on. First of all, control the break. Don't let it fall between the cracks. First of all, control the break. Don't let it fall between the cracks. It gives you that pang of regret and disappointment. It gives you that pang of regret and disappointment. The moment you notice that your chain of ticks is broken is your first achievement. The moment you notice that your chain of ticks is broken is your first achievement. Maintaining sustainable progress is untenable if you go on and off. Maintaining sustainable progress is untenable if you go on and off. Your habit tracker will not help you much if you don't see it. Your habit tracker will not help you much if you don't see it. Environment plays a crucial part, in my case at least. Environment plays a crucial part, in my case at least. Well done! Now go to your inbox and grab the worksheet in order to test yourself. Complete the worksheet with translations. If you're not a member of Top People, download the worksheet at teacherola.com/137 and become one. It's free. You can also grab a whole worksheet set. Buy it at teacherola.com. If you find this episode useful, tell your friends about this podcast, share it with one person, share it anywhere you can. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next Wednesday. We're going to discuss the lyrics of one song by Gottje, somebody that I used to know. Be here next week. Happy learning. Take care, stay fearless, and say it out loud. Bye!